I am Pathfinder.
Actually,
Also,
the Obama phone's been around
Red
since
State Relay
Reagan.
Chat.
It
I'm
just,
playing
inherits the name of the
the
current president.
lovely redneck killing machine Cletus Bubba Jr. Jr.
Yes, you're very lovely, Cletus.
You guys, you guys remember what happened last time?
Yeah, we had a nice dinner after cleaning up all the dead bodies laying in front of Henry's house. We had a nice dinner with Henry and his lovely wife Martha, and
Eleanor.
yeah, Eleanor. Well, yeah, all white women are Martha to me, honey. But yeah, after that we rested most of the night at Henry's house, and then we were awakened by what sounded like a bunch of Harley Davidsons or something. Hell's Angels are coming to town, and oh, Henry's old ass shot up, and he's gonna chase after him, and that's where we're at right now, I believe, Dave. That's it. That they are.
That's it. That's
They
it.
need
That's
some-
it. That's
they need
it.
some mufflers on them things.
I know. They come driving through the hood, they'd get some caps popped in them, huh? Probably,
That's right.
wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Everybody get down. Shut up. Kill
Whoa,
his
he's even
wives.
revving up.
Henry just ran out the door, Cletus. What, we gonna go after him? We can't let him get killed.
Let that fool go. He's gonna run out the door.
I'm going. I'm grabbing my shit. I'm running after Henry.
Yeah, so Henry came on in, man. After that loud roar of all those motorcycles, you guys were kind of looking out the window, and you saw probably nearly 24 of these motorcycles going by. Now, you couldn't tell, what type of motorcycles or the condition, but because it is in the middle of the night, and you guys are basically sleeping, and usually when you're sleeping, it's pretty quiet. So, Henry burst in on you guys, rifle in hand. Of course, he wasn't pointing it at you guys. And he said, "Oh, thank God, you're awake. Whoever those guys are, they're headed right for the marina, and we gotta head into the woods. We gotta check it out, guys. There's people still over at the arena, the marina. We gotta go." And I don't want him coming to the house and causing trouble. So he doesn't seem like he's not waiting around. He's saying, "All right, guys, let's go." He's giving you the old "let's move it" sign, and he's waiting at the door for a couple minutes. And
We did tell him about the dead.
Yeah, we told him the people were
Employees.
dead over there.
he doesn't know if there's anybody else living though. Yeah, it's like he said, he hasn't really gone over there to look for himself, but he knows that there were quite a few people over there. Not only the ones in the store, but a couple others. So
I've had my fill of beef, so I think I'm somewhat obliged to assist the old fella, the old codger. So I get up.
Yeah. I get up also.
yeah, anybody that doesn't want to go, you can. He tells you, I prefer you come with me, and if anybody wants to stay with Eleanor, you can stay with Eleanor in the basement, until we get back. This is I
will go.
really like it. Okay, Sam.
You sure, Sam? It might be dangerous.
I'll stay with
I
him.
fondle his sleepy-eyed head.
Mr. Henry, though.
Yes,
We just
yes.
left the brain, and there was no one there.
Well, I think there's still some. I think there's still a couple of the survivors over there at some point. I believe that there were several people staying in the parking lot close by.
They could have been hiding from us there, Sam. We don't know.
We could check it out, and then we can come back.
We did
Check,
spend
check.
the night there next to the marina.
Yeah, we did that, didn't we? Okay.
I heard quite a few gunshots the other night, also.
Yeah, as did we.
All right, so he grabs his gun and
I roll
he
my
heads
eyes.
up.
Looks like we're going to the marina.
All right. I got it.
Okay.
Sam, don't worry.
You can, Sam, if you want to stay with Betty, you can stay if you'd like.
No, sounds going where the action is.
Okay.
Guys, is my mic working?
It is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I'm just making sure. I'm having all kinds of issues.
It's all right. So you guys are starting to make your way towards as remember, the house is here, and then there's a nice wide open field, and then there's the rim of the woods. So you guys are chugging along. You get into the woods as quickly as you can, And you notice old Henry, he's actually he's pretty fit for an older codger. You know, old Donald Sutherland, he's rocking it. He's running pretty good. So you guys are making your way. You guys can hear the motorcycles. They start to get louder and louder and louder, and the only thing that is different for me is usually I use everything color coded. You know what I'm saying? And when I'm looking at my books, but I'm trying to just use Fantasy Grounds right now, so I'm looking for colors and I'm not seeing colors because I always have everything public, secret stuff. Anyways, a little bit different, but I'll get used to it.
You talking about your little dots on the right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. All right, so you guys, Henry's leading you guys to the woods. You guys aren't making too much noise. All of a sudden, you guys get to the opposite end of the woods. You can start to hear the motorcycles get a little bit louder. There's only a couple of them running, but as you get to the edge of the woods, you can see Cletus. Especially, you notice that all of these motorcycles, they all look to be brand new Harley Davidsons. I mean, these are all there's a lot of money where the hogs right here. I mean, there's some pretty beautiful bikes here, and you notice that there's 24. And you guys are kind of looking around. There's quite a few people there. There's both men and women.
Yeah, I'm trying not to make a lot of noise.
You guys gonna count them? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you're kind of surveying. You can tell that there's about 24 men and about a dozen women. So about 36 total bikers.
Whoa.
There's.
Check out how they're armed.
That's another good question. You can see, Sam, all of the bikers are pretty much armed. Some of the bikers have pistols. Some of them have machetes. Some of them have crowbars, rifles, and shotguns. But that's pretty much the range of weaponry that you see. But all of them, they do have weapons. And especially the bikers that are carrying like the guns, that you can also see that they have like a hammer or some melee type of bludgeoning instrument or a knife attached to them also. But yeah, there's definitely 36 total people in all. And they're all running around, and you can see several of the bikers. They're checking out the those few boats that are out in the marina still. So there's some men out there, men and women, checking those out. There's also you've seen several going into the marina. You don't hear any gunshots, but you see some going in and out of the marina, and the door's wide open, just as you guys left it.
Right.
And you guys can also hear trash cans being basically thrown over, and you can see that there's a big dumpster on the side of the building. You can hear that there's a couple people in there throwing shit out, and they're just scavenging basically.
Do I notice them picking up anything? Sorry.
No, not really, Sam. You don't notice anything like that. You don't notice anything. You don't think that they're finding anything, because you guys actually looked at that pretty good.
What I wanted to ask Dave is, are they going onto the beach where we left our boat?
No, they're not down that far now, because that was actually that's actually down a little south. But you guys do know. Everybody, give me a notice roll. Actually, okay. Everybody, give me a notice check. Look at that. Even turn the portraits on. I like that. Just waiting for Betty.
That's what Betty said. She stayed in the house.
Oh, that's right. She did. My bad. All right. So Sam, the eagle eyes of the group. Sam, you notice that one guy's kind of standing out in particular. And you notice that, some of the guys coming up from the marina, Sam, some of the guys coming back from inside of the marina, well, the marina house and the actual marina down where the boats were, it seems like they're kind of basically reporting into this guy from the looks of it. And this guy, he's tall, well built. He's got a long dark beard and mustache, and long hair too. And from where you're at, you can tell that he's wearing a pair of chaps over denim jeans, although they are not assless chaps. That was the first thing, Sam, that you look for, and you notice they were
all
not
chaps are
assless.
Yeah, it depends. That's right. Assless or not.
I just had to bring that up because of the D&D game. He's got on boots, a black shirt, leather vest, your stereotypical big burly biker guy. Now you see he's got strapped in his right leg. He's got like a harpoon pistol, and then he also on his waist has a semi-automatic, basically a 9mm, and then slung over his shoulder. He's like the most heavily armed. Also, he's got an M16 slung over his shoulder, and he's just standing there, kind of one leg propped up on his bike, and then he's just kind of puffing away on a big old cigar, and he's just kind of scanning the area with his eyes, just kind of scanning around.
I point him out to Mr. Henry and let him know to duck down. Be careful, hide.
This is pretty much what he looks like.
Oh boy.
It's pretty much what he looks like. Big old burly biker guy, man. Big old cigar and stuff. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it.
Yeah, we got some pretty tough customers in here.
Arts and Leisure, thanks for the follow.
Hello? Can you
All
hear me
right.
now?
Yep, sure can.
Does he seem to be the only one guarding the box, Dave?
No. There's
36.
There's 36. It's not like they're not sending guard. They're just kind of looking around, scavenging. Like I was saying, they're looking in the dumpsters and the trash cans on the side of the building. A couple of them were going into the marina building itself. A couple were down there in the marina actually checking out. You saw them checking out the gas pump. It's actually nighttime. And sorry about that. Let me signify that we are in nighttime mode now. So, which is another pretty cool fantasy ground feature that you can do. So, you see them down there because the moon's out, so it's bright out. There's actually quite a bit of light, and they're checking out that gas pump. One guy kicks it so hard that it kind of falls over into the water, and you can still see that it's hanging by like a pipe or something. Then. Seems like a couple of the men that are reporting back, and it's pretty quiet now. All the bikes are turned off, and a couple guys are yelling, "This goddamn place is pretty much bare of anything useful, Chief." And you can hear, "There's a couple dead shamblers inside this building, but that's about it. Everything's already been taken. Everything's useless." And a couple guys from the boat area, basically come up and talk to this big guy too, and same thing. They're just reporting back that everything's pretty much taken. Snake, thanks for the follow, Snake. Appreciate it.
I think they're just scavengers, Mr. Henry. We have to get back to the house with Eleanor and Betty.
Well, might be a good idea, possibly.
I agree with Mr. Didi.
When they get done here, they ain't no telling where they're gonna head off to.
I didn't find anything, so most likely there's no people either.
No, they didn't. You didn't see them. They didn't have anybody. They didn't pull anybody out of the house, or there was nobody there camping. Leader, he's still kind of glancing around as you guys. It looks like you guys are starting to pull back into the woods. You can hear him say, "All right, everybody." You can hear him, very loud guy. Takes one big final drag from a cigar. You see the end of the cigar light up big time, and he goes, "All right, everybody, let's mount back up. Let's check out that house that we passed on the way up here. Maybe there will be some supplies in there." And then, you know, one of the guys says, "Well, hey there, what if there's some people in there?" And then you hear him say, "So what?" So what? If they don't want to give anything over that we want, simple as they can die. He says, "Let's go." So
Eddie and Elidor.
yeah, so this basically freaks Henry out, man. Henry's cussing under his breath and shit, and he says, "Man, guys, we got to go. We're never going to beat these guys at the house." And he says, "But I'll be damned if I'm going to let them hurt Eleanor or that little other mama that's in there with her. What's her name, Betty?"
Betty.
Yeah.
Betty.
Yeah, we got to get back, guys. I know you're probably tired, but we got to get going back.
Let's go.
So you guys are chucking back, man. And, you can hear a couple motorcycles take off. But it doesn't seem like they all go at one time, you know what I mean?
Right.
You could see, and plus, you could see their headlights. You could see, remember how I was telling you how when you get back to the open field, there's the open field. But when you get to the open field, you guys can actually see that some of the bikers are already kind of circling the house. Sort of like circling the wagons, sort of say. I guess you could sort of say it like that. Yeah.
Can you whisper in this game?
Sure you can. Yeah.
Yeah,
I believe
I think
it's
it's the
whisper
same.
name. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me try that.
Yeah.
What is your name?
GM, DM. I don't know. Try whisper.
Oh, I pulled up a command list.
Nice.
Did
I got one
did-
from Deshaun. He
Oh,
said, "Dave, go fuck yourself."
It's just W.
W. Okay.
Yeah, it's just W. Did I whisper it to you, Sam?
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't whisper to Dave, though.
Yeah.
So I guess Dave sees all the whispers.
Oh yeah, I see all whispers. No, I don't see any.
Oh, you don't? Oh,
No.
okay. Yeah. All right.
I don't see
Checks.
any.
Deshaun checks the screen.
Did everyone see my GM test?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Cletus's.
Yeah, I see Cletus and yeah. Now, what did you type, Deshaun? Because I see yours.
/W, just like in Roll20.
Oh, okay. Well, Dave is not GM then.
I
He
am
sees
GM,
all
though.
of them, so just whisper and he'll get it. But I don't know if you whisper without a name. Let me try it without a name.
Let me try my name.
Yeah, you can add GM. Okay. That should have went to Dave there.
I got one. I just got one from Deshaun Harrow,
Okay. Yeah.
and one
You
from
sold the one
Puck.
to myself, Dave.
Yeah. Yes, I did. Yeah.
All right.
Did you
That's
see
how
Yeah,
it
I
mine?
works.
didn't
All
either
right.
of those, so.
Yeah. There you go. That
There
works.
you
Oh, it has
Dave,
to be
did you see
capital
mine?
GM.
I did. Yep. Puck. Yep.
No, I typed it lowercase. So
Lowercase, there's also.
Oh, mine didn't work the first time I did it. All right.
Vid.
Okay. Well, here's my thing then.
All right. So you guys are getting back to the edge of the woods. You can see several of the motorcycles starting to surround the house, and you can hear more of the motorcycles that are coming from the marina, because remember there's that little tree line, and then you can see, of course, you can see the headlights going past the tree line and then into the driveway. So now the bikes are starting to come in a couple more at a time, and so Henry says, basically he tells you, if we get close to the house, we can go ahead and get close to the house. We'll make a run for it, and if we get to the house, we can crawl underneath the porch, and the basement windows there, we can just kind of crawl through, and we can get out to Eleanor, and we can get out to Mrs. Betty. Out through the windows, and maybe they'll just kind of pass over, or maybe we'll just kind of confront them and tell them that people are already here surviving. I think that might be a good idea too. But then again,
Okay.
that guy doesn't seem so nice now, does he?
I think,
Vehicle at your house or anything like that with gasoline in it.
I just have that little bit of gasoline, Cletus, for the generator, but that's it. I've already
You don't have a
taken.
truck.
No, there's everything. Everything's already been taken out of. Hello, somebody's knocking. Hello. But somebody's
It's probably
you're broadcasting Pathfinder.
God, dude, I'm sorry. I don't know why.
Push to talk. Push to talk.
I'm on push to talk. I don't know why it's broadcasting back.
Oh. So you guys are going to need to get whoever's going to the house. Is anybody? Henry's going to the house.
Yeah, I'm going with Henry.
All right. So I would see.
I don't know what.
Nice,
to do.
Willie.
Stay in the tree line or go to the house.
Willie knows that I can see all the whispers from the play. Willie just asked Sam, does Dave sound constipated to you tonight?
Oh my!
Too good. I love
you want
it.
some stealth rolls or something?
What's up, Fluffy, man? That is too good, man. I'm crying. That's actually really good. All right, so for Sam, you mean at the woodline, Sam?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
No, that's,
all right.
I'm gonna stay at the wood line.
Okay, so Cletus
Me also.
and Sam.
I'm going with Henry.
Okay, so Puck and D, you're going in with Henry. Now I need you two to give.
No, I was
No,
going to
he's
stay
staying. He's
also.
staying. He's staying.
You're
It's
staying
just
at
me
the-
and Henry.
okay.
Just me and this old white man.
All right, so I need you two to give me. Well, I'll do a stealth roll for Henry, and I actually have a character sheet. I have an awesome add-on that I found for Fantasy Grounds where I can take the stats of a monster and just plug it into it, hit the generate monster, and it'll generate a character sheet with all the stats in there already. It's unbelievable.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, it is. There goes Wee Willie. Here goes the neighborhood on his T64 connection. Here we go. Old Henry. Well, let's see what my stealth check is, which is not going to be good because I'm unskilled. Take that to the bank, Sally. that was clutch, man. Aced it twice. Holy shit. The old man, you guys see Henry just take off, man. Squatted real down low to the ground and just running like the Dickens. Let's just wait till Wee Willie gets back.
Oh, he's out of the Fantasy Grounds game, so this might take a while.
Yeah, I'll do his rolls for him if he when he gets back.
Welcome back.
Here, welcome back there. Moment of truth. Can you get connected again?
Yeah, I'm waiting, Dave.
Well,
I had
okay, that's
several attempts. Yeah, you can roll it for me though.
Okay.
It's just a D4.
Is it? I'll open up your sheet. I don't,
It's not untrained.
it's
I'm
unskilled.
trained this stuff.
Okay, that's so good,
trained this
man.
stuff.
I'm if I make a character, I think I'm going to try to do at least everything in D4. That -2 is just too vicious. All right, so let's do your stealth roll. So you see Henry, man. He gets right up to the. He gets up under there. Now, Dee Dee, you unfortunately, a couple of the bikers, just as Henry gets under the porch, a couple of the bikers say, "Hey, you boy! Hey, you boy! Stop right there!" And you can hear a couple guns click.
No.
And you kind of turn around. You've got two big old burly biker guys come around the corner and just seeing you. He goes, "What you doing there, boy? You just getting out of there? You see that we're here? Put your hands up. Put your hands up, boy."
I put my hands up.
We don't want you to get hurt. We don't want you to get hurt. Just so what kind of supplies you got here, boy?
We ain't got nothing, man. We looking for spies just like you guys.
We? Who all's here? How many of them are you?
I got my girlfriend back in the woods over there.
Your girlfriend?
I point to the opposite woods as the ones that everybody else is in.
How long you been here, boy?
I just got here, man.
We'll see what we're gonna do with you. So that, you know, one of the guys goes over there.
But let me go get my girlfriend. Come on, walk with me. Let's go get her from the woods.
All right.
She
So,
probably worried to death.
all right, you go get her. Is she a little hot, mama?
I don't know. She black like me. I don't know if you into that, but
Oh my.
He's willing to trade.
So as the
don't try anything funny though. I'm gonna go grab her. I'll be right back.
oh, we're gonna go with you.
Well,
There's
come on then.
so as a couple of the guys, you know, a couple more of the bikers, you know, they pull up, they drive up, and who's this? What did you do? Catch him leaving the house? And a couple of guys says, yeah, he was right up by the house. We don't know if he was coming or going, but he said he was just fixing to check out inside the house. And you know, this is a big old guy, you know, got a cigar hanging out of his mouth. He goes, well,
That's
just
the boss.
yeah, just you know, one of the guys says, yeah, he says his girlfriend's over in the woods too, and he says he's with some other people. He said just his girlfriend, but you know, then the leader, supposed leader, says, grab a couple more guys and go check it out, and report back to him. So, a couple more of these bikers join in. So now there's 4. Two of them have guns, and 2 of them have, you know, stuff like crowbars. You know, one of them has a crowbar, one of them has a bat. So, let me see. I'll tell you what they have. Let me open up this sheet.
All right. Yeah, because I'm checking them out with my hands as I'm walking with them.
Yeah, they're basically just using. Looks like they're just using crowbars and stuff like that. Crowbars, hammers, stuff like that. So, all right. So now 4 of these guys are starting to walk over towards the opposite end. So that would be the north end of the the open area. So Henry's now inside. All right, Henry's now inside. And Betty, so we'll get back to you in just a second there, Dee Dee.
Okay.
Now, Betty, you're down there, and you can hear this. You know, you can hear the window rustling and whatnot. And all of a sudden, Henry comes, you know, spilling on into, spills right on in, just dives right into that window. You know, he's covered with dirt, and you know, Eleanor, she's really upset. Well, what's going on out there? And you know, he's saying there are a bunch of bikers here. We've got to get out of here. And you know, you guys out of the woods, Sam, Puck, and Cletus, all 3 of you can see that there's probably a good 8 or so of these bikers that have now been in the house for about 30 seconds to a minute now. Betty, you can hear footsteps on the ceiling up above you. You can hear things crashing. You know, it seems like they're probably scavenging things, trying to find things and whatnot. A lot of things being broke up there. So, let's see. Yep.
I'm looking to Sam and Cletus. What can we do about this? Because if they find that Didi said anything else.
Yeah, you saw him scoop up Dee Dee. He pointed over towards the other tree line, so you definitely saw him point up towards the other tree line.
Yeah, but I say to the rest, I say if they find out that he's lying, there's going to be hell to pay. I say.
Mr. Puck, we need to save the most people first. We need to get
yeah, I know.
Mr. Henry and the ladies safe, and then we'll go after Mr. Didi.
I know that, but I say we have to do something about the whole situation.
I mean, you guys could probably make a break for, you know, the basement. I mean, Henry was talking about the basement under the porch. So
Yeah, that's where he went.
One thing we can do
Yeah.
is try to set a counterattack for these guys. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
I
do.
can hear you.
Yeah,
We
we
can, we can try to set a counter